Awesome. Muhammad Adeleke are representing, talking about a very outstanding topic today, which is how to survive in any economy. Not just survive, how to survive and thrive in any economy. Well, one of the first things that matters to us, especially we entrepreneurs, that is important, is that we need to take care of our mindset. We need to take care of our mindset. If you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. I also want to know where you are joining us from, your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Let me know your name and where you are joining us from. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. If you can hear me loudly, let me also know, so that I can confirm that everything is set before I start the download. The section will be very outstanding, trust me. Let me know your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, let me know your name and where you are calling us, where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. I can't see any comments in the chat section. Okay, we have your name and where you are joining us from. I can't see any chat in the chat section. Is it that there is an issue? Okay, awesome. Yusuf is joining us from Port Harcourt. We have Yusuf from Port Harcourt. Who else? I need the engagement. Let's know your location and where you are joining us from. Your location and where you are joining us from. So Yusuf, what's your take on today's section? Are you prepared? Are you gingered to be inspired? Okay, awesome. So today's topic is how to survive and thrive in any economy, especially in a bad economy. Because as an entrepreneur, when every other person is zigging, you have to zag. When every other person is zigging, you have to do what? You have to zag. You can type it in the chat section. When everybody is zigging, you zag. That is, you don't act like the average. You don't do what? You don't act like the average. Especially when there is a bad economy, you'll be hearing the same type of stories, the same type of excuses. And one thing as entrepreneur is that we don't have to be a victim. For any situation that happens, we accept the reality, we will not be in denial, and we take action strategically. Look at what has happened in 2020. What is a good strategy before the pre-corona era can be a very bad strategy after the corona era. But what is a good strategy, in fact, before the corona era, can be a bad strategy within the corona era. So it means that you have to be very strategic in anything we do. So the first thing we have to do to bulletproof ourselves from being vulnerable is to work on our mindset. Is to do what? Is to work on our mindset. Is to work on our mindset. To avoid being vulnerable is to work on our mindset and to see any economy as an opportunity to leverage, to see how to take advantage of any situation to get more value, because every opportunity, every challenge in this life will create an opportunity for some set of people, especially for those that are optimistic, while for those people that are pessimistic it will make them to go on depression. But as an entrepreneur, no matter the challenge that happens, we look at how to position ourselves to ethically make money, to ethically add value, and once we add value we end up making money from that. One of those things that can enable you to think straight when the situation is not predictable, especially when the economy is bad, when there is fear, is for us to work on our mindset. To first accept the reality of the current situation, because even before the pandemic in Nigeria, there is an economic pandemic before the health-oriented pandemic. There's an economic pandemic that for those people that have insights and foresight, they will know, because the price of crude oil per barrel has reduced, and in Nigeria what we rely on as an economy is crude oil. So if the price per barrel of crude oil has reduced, then it means the government will not have enough cash flow to actually finance the project, and that will affect the entire economy. So that is phase one. So, but many people did not even accept that reality, or even when they know those realities, they are still complaining about the government. It's not the government that controls the price of crude oil. That is having denial part one for the type of people that does not see things strategically. Then those set of people also, when there was corona also, they cannot blame the government, but they started blaming everything on corona, on COVID. That is second level of denial, or let me say denial part two. You can type it denial part two. And because of that, a lot of people stop taking action. All what you hear from people is that after lockdown, they won't take any meaningful decision, rather than looking at, okay, what can I do at this current situation to survive and strive, but rather they are waiting till when the lockdown will end. After the lockdown ends, the next thing you'll be hearing is that when everything normalizes, before you know it, you have another EndSARS. The world generally has faced a very big disaster this year that is general. While we in Nigeria, we faced two disasters. The first one was the lockdown that took several weeks, but it affected different parts of the country in different ways. While the part two is the EndSARS palaver. And therefore that shows that a lot of people here in Nigeria has time to commit to any type of goal, either a worthy goal or a goal that is not worthy. Some people went for EndSARS protest for more than 2 weeks. Some went for it for 3-4 days, trying to fight for a particular cause. Well, I will not talk in a particular direction when it comes to protesting, but the key thing is that as an entrepreneur, one thing that is very important for us, which is the core of today's session, is for us not to put our life, our destiny, our hope, our goal in the hand of government, in the hand of an entity, in the hand of an authority. Because by the time you do that, you become a victim. You start, when anything happens, you say it's the government. When you are unable to meet up an appointment, you say it's traffic. When you are unable to iron your clothes and you are going for an important function, you say there is no light. You start giving excuses rather than looking at how to strive, how to look for a way out to succeed despite the challenge. And the fact that most of us will say, oh, now lockdown has gone, everything is normal. But before you know it, we have EndSARS. We don't know what will be the next thing. So which means as much as possible, we have to work on our mindsets. And as entrepreneur, one thing about entrepreneurship is that it's fatalistic. It's not predictable. Because it's not predictable, we have to live a type of life that no matter the challenge, no matter the situation, we will look at how to optimize it positively. And we need to constantly be thinking about how to solve a problem, that solutions that cause that problem has not been created. How to solve a problem that solutions that cause that problem has not been created. In most cases, when the economy is bad, what most entrepreneur does is that, one, they pipe low on marketing. And when it comes to business, marketing is the soul of business, because if you don't have new clients, then it will affect the amount of money you make, the amount of value you make, because there are 3 ways to actually grow a business. One of the 3 ways is, one, by getting new clients. Getting new clients. You can type into the section. 3 ways of growing a business is getting new clients. That is, you increase your number of clients. That is number 1. The number 2 is that you increase your transaction frequency. You do what? You increase your transaction frequency. You can type into the chat section. You increase your transaction frequency. Then number 3 is for you to increase your transaction volume. It's for what? It's for you to increase your transaction volume. But when the economy is bad, people cannot do without some basic thing. People cannot do without some basic thing. People still need to live their life. So what now matters for you is to continue pushing. And when people are piping low on marketing, that is the same time you're supposed to double up on your own marketing. When people are reducing the quality of their products to be able to meet up, maybe something that goes for 100 naira, they decide to reduce the size, to reduce the quality, so that they can still be profitable. Is when you still sell your own high quality products at a profitable, you still sell high quality products without reducing the value, because people appreciate value more than what is of less value. In the same period when many entrepreneurs that even before now they are solopreneur, when I say solopreneur, maybe they have 1 staff or 2 staff, at the same time they now start firing maybe 2 or 3 staff they have, so that they can start doing everything alone. What you can rather do in a bad economy is for you to negotiate a better deal with your staff and pay them based on performance and results. So with that, it will be a win-win. That when there are high level of inputs to be delivered, you have people that will do it. Not going back to the fact that you want to do everything yourself, because most entrepreneurs, they work inside their business, but there is one between working on your business and inside your business. There is one between working on your business and inside your business. If you are working inside your business, you'll be doing tasks that are technical oriented, that are semi-managerial oriented. But if you are working on your business, you'll be doing things that are strategic. And you can note this: strategy will always beat tactics. Strategy will always beat tactics. And when it comes to any situation or any phenomena, any situation, anytime you follow the mass, there will be a problem. Anytime you follow the masses, there will be a problem. So what you should be watching out for is that anytime the economy is bad, or no matter either is good or is bad, you have to go extra mile. If you ever see anybody that is a first class, the person not get the first class because of average input. It was because of extraordinary input. Most of us, they are entrepreneurs. Let me use our anointing for entrepreneurship. Some of us is just 20 bar, is 30 bar. When what is required from us is like 100 bar. So by the time we now face one or two, three challenge, we say this business is not working. Oh, it's because there is no electricity. Oh, it's because the internet in Nigeria is very slow. Oh, it's because ASU is on strike. We start shifting blame to another entity, to another authority, to the government, without accepting the reality and looking at, okay, because of this reality, how do I address it? So that is why in any economy, what matters is our mindset. Just like when we have a glass of water that has a glass that has water 50%, some people will see it as half empty, while some type of people will see it as half filled up. So if you have got value from this presentation, you can type in the chat section. If you also have any question that has to do with working on your mindset, you can type into the chat section. And one of those things that you can do when the economy is bad is, as soon as possible, go on news fast. Because most of the information that is being sent across are information that most of them are to spread fear. And one thing about fear is that it's easy to share fake news that will cause fear, and fear actually causes depression. So if you can go on news fast, any information that is important, you end up hearing it. Any information that is important, wàá gbọ́n pa ẹ̀ níṣá. Let me speak Yoruba. You everly hear about it, so you have to control the type of information we consume. That goes a long way in let me call it giving our mind immunity, because you are a product of what you consume. But you can type in the search section if you about your comments about this section, or if you have any question about entrepreneurship, because this section is majorly for entrepreneurs and how they can actually take action, how they can position themselves when the economy is bad, or look as if the economy is dicey. So if you are just joining us, you can indicate where you are joining us from and your location. Where you are joining us from and your location. If you have got value from this presentation, you can also type in the chat section that you have got value. Then you can also share the link of this event so that other people can also benefit from it. So let me summarize. In any economy, especially when the economy is bad, you have to do opposite of what everybody is doing. When you are reducing the quality of what they offer, increase your own quality. When people pipe low on marketing, double up on your own marketing. Look for other innovative way of marketing. Then if the economic situation is very severe, focus on looking at what problem can you solve during that period that is most important to people, because people always focus on their basic need, and focus on that. Position yourself strategically. Then another that is also very, very important is that when the economy is bad, as soon as possible as an entrepreneur, focus on doing top level work. It will enable you to be able to coordinate things. So those are the key things that you need to consider to enable you not just to survive in any economy, but to strive, especially in bad economy. So for strategic entrepreneur, bad economy is a good news for them. But for entrepreneurs that are not strategic, then bad economy is a bad news for them. Because some people, they get some level of results when everything is going normal. Because everything is going normal, they will not be pushed out of the box. And because they are not pushed out of the box, they will be getting results. But when the economy is bad, people will be forced to be innovative. People will be forced to provide exceptional service. People will be forced to provide quality service. But when everything is normal, people will get results. That is why I said bad economy is a good news for strategic entrepreneur, while bad economy is a bad news for tactical entrepreneur. Bad economy is a bad news for tactical entrepreneur, because strategy will always beat tactics. Most of the people that start a business, they don't actually learn about the business, and that is where we have problem. I've never seen any business plan that fails on paper, but 90% of businesses fails every 3 years. Why? Because most people are technicians. Most entrepreneurs are technicians suffering from entrepreneurial seizure. The fact that you are a good plumber does not mean you can run a successful plumbing business. The same thing is that the fact that you are a good cook or you are a great chef does not mean you can run a successful restaurant business, because what is involved to have a business, a restaurant business that will not just succeed but that will strive, goes beyond just the cooking thing. And that is my advice is for any entrepreneur, especially the aspiring entrepreneur, is that if you want to do any business, try and learn about the business. It's very essential. If you don't learn about a business and you start the business, that is, learn the business aspect of the business, you end up having a glorified job. You end up what? Having a glorified job. So if you have any question, you can type into the chat section. If you have got value from this presentation, type I've got value. If you are just joining us, indicate where you are joining us from. If you are just joining us, indicate where you are joining us from. So I'll end the section for today. In a couple of days, we'll do another section also. But if you have any comments or any topic you want me to address, you can always drop that in the inbox. Thank you.